Why New York so cold?
I know, girl.
Yeah, we can stop at any time.
Okay.
Cause it's not live in there. You ready? Caresha!
Charlamagne.
How you feeling?
I feel good. How you feeling?
I'm blessed, black, and highly favored, man.
Thanks.
I'm happy to see you. I've been wanting to argue with you for so long.
I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to argue with you. It's all. You know, I always say you one of my favorites.
I appreciate you,
I
too.
really look up to you. I really do. Like, I just feel like you are a straightforward person, and you tell it how it is, and it comes from a mature space.
I appreciate
like
that.
you gonna say how you feel, and that's just what it is. It ain't cause you feel the way. Like if you like it, if you don't, you don't.
Absolutely. You
and
know
I
fuck
respect
with you.
that.
I respect you too. You know I fuck with you. But I heard you say that. What did you say? You said that a man needs a net worth of $100 million
oh my God,
to date you. You about to
you
be
got
dating
$100
this long?
million, and I know you married and stuff. I'm just saying.
Stop.
You work to that point. You know how good you feel.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm just saying. You know, less than 1,000th of 1% of people reach that type of net worth.
I know, and that means you a hard-working man if you got that.
Damn.
And I want me a hard-working man.
What does it have to be? You didn't mean 100 though.
I didn't mean it literally.
Okay.
But I would love for him to have at least. But that don't mean nothing. Money don't mean everything, you know. But I'm just saying, like, I say a lot of shit. But I did mean it though.
Could you date a regular dude though? Like just you down in Miami, dude work at FedEx, he got benefit. God damn.
And not even just that. I like what I like. I think that I'm like, you know, I'm into nice things, and not saying that a man that work a job can't give me nice things, but I think I want to date somebody that's like in the same caliber of me.
Absolutely, I understand.
Yeah.
Now, what happened to the Caresha Please podcast? You know, everybody loved the podcast. You were supposed to be the next Black Oprah. You said you was
the next Black Oprah.
Oprah's already black though.
But I'm like you know how like a person is like black, but they like black.
Gotcha. Oprah black.
No, I'm saying like it's like the hood Oprah.
From the hood, okay.
Is what I mean.
Yeah,
Let me not. I mean the hood Oprah. Like it's gonna be like Oprah, but on a hood level. And Caresha, please, you know, I spoke to you about it. I'm just trying to find the right home, the right partner to come back for season 3.
Oh, we'd love to have you on Black Effect. But are you gonna be? We need you to be consistent though. Like how often would you want to do it?
I think with me being an artist, realistically, and I honestly think it's a flow of things and how you do things. I think for me, Caresha Please worked because people wanted it. It was like, I want more. And on top of having a podcast, I still got to be an artist. I still got to release music. So you don't want to just see too much of me because it's like they got to see them. They got to have the music and then they go into the podcast. I would love to be consistent, but I also think that's what worked for me. I love the flow of it.
I love that you said that. Do you think artists nowadays are too overexposed?
Yes, and I think we feel like we know them too much. Like superstars back then, you just knew them as Michael Jackson or a performer. Now we know what happened with your baby daddy. We could get the police reports. We could hit a 911 call. It's just too much that it kind of leaves like, child, that's this person or that's that person. It don't give the celebrity status because it's too accessible.
Did you ever feel like you was too overexposed?
I do. I think when people know too much of your personal life, it just make them feel like they know you on a personal level when it's not supposed to be like that. So yeah, I do.
So, I know you had the BET reality show that you were filming. Did you take a step back from that because you felt like you was too overexposed?
Going into it, I was excited about it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a reality show. But I think once I got into it, it's not really reality. Like it's stage reality. And I'm the type of person, I want everything real, raw, and uncut. I don't want to go back and do that again because I can't go back and do that again. Like that's just what it was. And I think that it became too much of that it didn't feel real. And I was just like, I don't like this because they take certain sound bites and it become a whole story that's not kind of like what you signed up for. So I had to take a step back and was like, if I'm going to do something like that, I want to do it on my own.
I feel like you've been trying to find a space to be comfortable to really just express yourself. Yeah, because I think that I am a real, raw, authentic person, and I'm not strategic. Like I just show up as me, and whatever you get that's me. That will be your experience of me. And I think that the world now, like the world that we live in now, you gotta just move a certain way and just be so polished, and it's not fun. And I think that
I can't live and be creative in a space like that. Like I can't be my best self if I have to be strategic or I gotta move this way. I can't do this and I can't say that. It's not fun.
I feel like though, you know, when you see people like Cardi, for example, Cardi's always herself. I feel like she made it to where you can be yourself if you're not afraid to be yourself. I think sometimes people be afraid to be themselves because they're afraid of the backlash or what social media is gonna say.
I get crucified for being myself. Like I can say anything, and it just when it comes to certain people, they take it a certain way. It's like if this person said, but when I say I'm saying the same shit. But when I said, it's just like, well, goddamn, like I just said, you know, I think I can't explain it, but I feel like I be myself. I'm myself. I'm not never like. I say a lot of shit. I do a lot. That's me just being myself. Like I like to go live, have fun. That was another thing that people loved about me. My personality, going live with Santana, just getting on there. We just talking shit about each other. That's us in our natural form. Some people understand it, some people don't. Some people like that can never be my friend. That's our friend group. That's how we have fun. But it's all love. We understand each other.
Yeah, I don't think people dislike you like they act like they do on social media. I think that you give them a response. And when you give somebody a response, they keep messing with you just to get a response.
Yeah.
I bet you sometimes you be hitting people and they be like, I just wanted you to reply.
No, all the time they be like, oh my God, but bitch, fuck you.
Exactly.
Like, why you fucking with me? I'm cool. Like, I'm really a cool person. I'm a human. Like, I feel like I'm a great human. Like, I am a genuine person. If I don't like you, I ain't even coming your way. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. And I'm literally, like, I come from nothing. So people have to understand, like, this is how I was brought up. It's still room to grow, and I still got to, grow. I still have a lot to learn, but it's like I'm learning as I grow. And I just think that it's like from my upbringing. Like, I literally grew up in Opalaka, in the projects. Like, I go over there, I just did my music video, Newsflash there, and I'm just like, I get it. People walk around like they don't dress up. It's bunny, slides. Like how you wake up is how you going outside. You know, it's not like it's just they in the hood.
How do you think you made it up?
I think I was always destined to be who I am because I always just had a personality. And even though I grew up in the hood, my mom dated men with money. Like the men she dated, they took care of her. They made sure her kids were straight. So she always tried to provide the best life she can. And she was like also popular. She was like a booster and she just was
Booster.
Yeah.
Boosters be popular.
Yeah.
She probably had all the old Tommy Hilfiger.
You know everybody because they come to you to buy all the shit.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
was she clothes or appliances?
Clothes.
Okay, so Tommy Hilfiger, Polo.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All that. So, just seeing that and just seeing her make a way, it just, yeah.
Are you scared right now?
Scared of what?
Because you out here solo?
No, I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I think that it's a new era for me. I feel like from the time I came out, it always been, people saw me, they learned me as the city girls. I was going through the stuff with my mom. My mom went to prison. I was raising her kids. I always was like holding something down. I never really got a chance to like pour into me or just be the best version of myself or really enjoy it because I was always holding something down or had to work, extra hard. Like my mom went to prison. I had to take care of her kids. Soon as the group break up, JT go to prison. Then she come out. We go through all of this stuff that we going through. So like now I'm just like, yes, like I get a chance to be creative. I get a chance to just make my own decisions. I get a chance to just be free. Like, and I also learned so much from the group and just, I know more of the business, like, so I just feel good. Like I feel happy. I feel like I'm ready. I'm not scared. I'm ready.
So who is Young Miami without the city girls, without celebrity relationships, without the headlines?
No, Young Miami is that.
You are all that.
Yeah, that's Young Miami.
Okay.
I mean, that was the start of my career, and that's everything I went through. That shaped me as Young Miami. I feel like I can't run away from that. I can't run away from Young Miami of the city girls. I can't run away from Young Miami that went through that. Y'all saw me in every phase of my life, and y'all going to continue to see me in my new era. So
are you trying to show people more of the evolved Young Miami or just the real Caresha?
Both. Because I have evolved. I think the last time I came on the Breakfast Club, I probably was like in my 20s. I'm 30 now. So I do look at life different. I do see things differently. I do want to move different. Like, sometimes I'm like, dang it. Like, even though I love it, I be like, girl, shut your ass up. Like, when I be looking back at it, like, sometimes you ever, like, this is a real thing. You go to the club, you drunk, you look at your story, you wake up and you delete all that shit. So that sometimes that's how I feel. Like, I look at something, I be like, it's room for improvement there. You know, like, you got to clean up at some point. You got to get these brands to want to, you know, like, yeah, we love real, yeah, we love authentic, but you got to show some era of growth or elevation, or you people gonna look at you as you ain't showing nothing new.
But on this new album, you still giving them classic Young Miami. You still out here, you know.
You still gotta finesse me.
Yeah, you still out here finessing these niggas.
You still gotta have your hand out.
Okay.
You still, we still gotta.
Oh, you can build your own. You doing that too?
No, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But I do feel like men should be some type of support.
Oh,
That's the message I be trying to get through. I just feel like sometimes men, and I say this a lot because and that's why I be like, I want a man with $100 million. A lot of men just see a pretty face, see a pretty body, and for them it's like, this is another bitch on my roster. Like, they be building rosters. Like, a lot of men are mature in mind, and you have to be, as a woman, you gotta know what you want. In life, you gotta know what you want. I know what I want. So if I know that we're gonna have sex, we gonna have sex, but you have to do something for me, and it's not prostitution, it's just, I'm a woman. Like, you gotta add value to me, and sometimes I gotta leave this situationship with something. Because if not, we fuck when we in our teens. That's something you do in your 20s. I'm 30 now.
No, I feel like a man's job is to protect and provide. I understand the logic. I'm just saying, bring the number down. 100 million?
Well, Charlamagne, that's why, man, I'm trying to go up.
Yeah.
Listen, I want a vacation. I got kids. Like, I'm trying to live my best life. Life is, life is weird these days. Like, I just want to live my best life while I can, and I just feel like that's what I want at this point.
You're not afraid to talk about your roster, though. I heard Caresha's Tales where you flipped the Too Short joint, Freaky Tales. What made you want to do that record?
I think it's hip hop. When I listen to like records like that, like Lil' Kim, even Nicki Minaj, just coming up as a new artist, I want to have that impact. Like, when people go, like people that are Young Miami fans, like, oh, I remember she did that Too Short and she flipped it like this. Like, that's what inspired me.
I'm only going to assume that everybody on the record is real, because one line is definitely real. So I'm just going to assume everybody on the record is real.
There's some truth to every story.
Okay. Why do women like to shame men for eating bunkie, though? Because on Freaky Tales, you say lame, goofy-ass nigga always trying to eat bitch, booty-ass nigga. Why you shaming men for that?
You must be eating booty, Charlamagne.
I'm from South Carolina. I'm from the South. I mean, yeah.
That's a grown man sport.
That is a grown man sport, but why shame men for it?
What I'm just saying, like, cause it's like, I got 2 hoes. Why you want to eat the one that's in the back?
But what if he doing both? Appetizer, entree, appetizer, whatever you into.
It's no shame to it, but it's like, you always want to eat the back when it's one in the front. It's kind of like, okay. No offense to the men that do it. Like, shout out to you.
See, I like when I hear women talk like that, because you get to see what women really think. So when guys be trying to do that, y'all be talking shit about
I'm just not, I don't like that whole bed that'll be wet. Like, I just feel weird. So it's not my preference. See, like, we all got preference, and I just don't like that.
Okay.
Whole being wet.
All right, let's stay on Freaky Tales. You say, you name a bunch of men. And you say, my billionaire nigga that stay on an island used to tell me, take that, while he fucked me for hours. Now, we know who that is. That's Diddy. In light of everything that has transpired, why weren't you afraid to still say that?
Because I think that I should be able to express myself. I should be able to say my life experiences. I don't feel like I should be silenced, or I can't speak on anything, or I should be scared, because I just was in a relationship with somebody, and what we had wasn't a crime or it was wrong. So it's like, I'm expressing myself. It's music. It's my music. It's my time to tell my story, and I want to have fun. I'm gonna do that.
When someone you were connected to becomes the center of serious allegations and legal issues, how do you reconcile the person you knew with the headlines everybody else sees?
I think in life you always get put in something or a situation where you gotta make a life decision, and you gotta look back and say, like, what makes sense for me right now? Like, I can love this person, but I can love this person from a distance, or I can have a relationship with this person, but maybe I gotta come back to it. Like, maybe I gotta come back around. And I think that was one of those situations.
You wrote a letter vouching for Diddy's character. And a lot of people were upset because they was like, how could she do that after seeing the video with Cassie? A lot of people wanted to know why you decided to still write that letter.
I think I wrote a letter for a change man. I think that the man that I met and that I experienced was change. I'm not going to justify some bullshit or like support some if I felt like that person was a change. And I felt like the person that I met was change. It was a different experience. So that's why I wrote the letter.
Do you think you owed like your fans an explanation? Or do you feel like your personal relationships are nobody's business but your own?
I feel like both. I feel like as people that's supporting you, that's buying into you and that love you, you have to give them some type of, they gotta be able to connect with you. So I can't just be like, fuck y'all, this is my personal life, I don't owe y'all shit. It's half of me that do feel like they were at the end of the day being a real person. I feel like that door is open to them.
How do you reconcile supporting someone publicly when the court of public opinion is saying something completely different?
Because if I meet you today, or if my time that I experience with you is one way, I can only judge that person that way. So it's just like, I can't speak to nothing that I don't know of. I can only speak to the person that I met. And if I met this person that changed my life, that helped me grow, that treated me like a queen, that made me believe in myself, it's like, that's what I know. And I feel like people can have opinions, but I can only judge a person off of what I know and what I experienced. Like, I can't speak on nothing that I never was a part of, that I never knew. Like, I can only judge who I met. I can only judge who I was in a relationship with.
Were you afraid that they might call you to testify?
No. I never hid nothing. I don't have nothing to hide.
You seem like a very loyal person.
I am.
At what point does loyalty become a liability?
That's a good question, Charlamagne.
We got time. We can just sit here and tell you.
I mean...
Meaning, because you might be with somebody and at some point you realize just you even being loyal to this person to a fault, at some point you might have to cut them off because they might start bringing you down.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but also I just feel like if a person, let's just say for instance, right, I'm going to just use this as a scenario. Imagine a person help you become a better version of yourself, or help you believe in yourself, or help you just experience new things, or just introduce you to new things that you was able to take and, keep creating for your family, or it's still a positive thing. It's kind of hard to say, fuck you, you going through this shit, I don't give a fuck, like, I gotta just fuck you. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very hard, because it's like, I don't want to kick somebody while they down, and I don't want to just say, fuck you, you going through that shit, you got to figure it out, because you my friend. I have a relationship with you. I have a personal relationship with you. Like, I know you. It's like family. Like, we like locked in. So it's like, that's a hard situation. And it's just like, I cannot just turn my back on somebody like that easy. Like, that mean it was never no love there. Whatever I did for you, it meant nothing. It just, that would be a fake person to me.
What did this whole situation teach you about who's really in your corner? Because I feel like, I don't know, when I listen to the album and I hear you in interviews sometimes, I feel like people turn their back on you the way you wouldn't have done if the roles were reversed.
So many people did, and that goes back to the liability question. Like, some people just gonna do what makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And some people just gonna ride out with you, like, we gonna figure this out, because things do turn around. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm just focused on the people that stay down with me. The people that left, they wasn't supposed to be here.
Did being tied to the Diddy situation impact your brand in any way?
It did.
Really?
It did. Bad.
Like, I'm not talking about just social media shit.
No.
I'm talking about in real life.
It did.
Like what?
It was a lot. Like, I lost deals, I lost money, I lost relationships, I lost a lot. And, here I am.
Wow. After everything you've experienced, right? Like, there's so many things you've experienced on a personal level, on a business level. How has your relationship with trust changed?
I don't trust nobody.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, trust is like the only person I probably trust is God and my kids. Mm-hmm. And I think that I don't know what trust is built on because you could be knowing a person your whole, like your kids to turn on you. Mm-hmm. So I don't. When it comes to trust, I don't. I only trust God. I got friends that I love and that I trust to a certain extent, but it ain't never in the back of my mind like a person went and do something to me.
Was there a particular situation that made you feel like that, or just
life? Just seeing everything unfold, how people would be with you, and then when something get hot, they just go. Like they ain't trying to stand by you, they ain't trying to support you, they just get the fuck on.
Do you expect you from other people?
I do.
And that's very disappointing when you don't
It
get
is.
it, right?
I expect me and every person that I meet, I be like, I won't do that, they won't do that to me. Mm-hmm. And when they do it, I just be like, whoop-de-doo.
Now, you know I love the City Girls. Mm-hmm. So I hate to see you and JT not together anymore. What's the status of y'all relationship now?
I think that when it comes to me and JT, I feel like it was a marriage, right? You meet somebody, y'all fall in love, shit happen, y'all break up, y'all get a divorce. It could be ugly or it could be good. It could be one that y'all just get a divorce and y'all move on, or it could be one that we fight in front of the public. And I think that it was one of those situations where, like, you know, we childhood friends. That love is always going to be there. That's why even when the whole thing on the internet happened, I'm like, JT, like, what we doing here? We can never go, this never gonna go nowhere. Cause it's like we both ain't gonna go that far. Like, we family. So
you said y'all got the period at the same time.
Yeah, like when you as a woman, as a girlfriend group, if you be around somebody every day, y'all get y'all period at the same time, around the same month. So it was at one point we'll be on tour, like, bitch, you got a tampon? You got a tampon? Like, we real friends. We grew up together. That's gonna always be a person that I got love for.
When something like the City Girls ends, it's not just business though. Like, that's a piece of your identity. So what did you have to, I guess, what did you grieve in letting that version of yourself go?
It was just like losing like a friend, like a sister.
Did it feel like a death?
It hurts. I won't say death, because that person is never coming back. She's still here. So it's always room for us to have a conversation. So I ain't gonna say death, but it hurts. It's like getting your heart broke for the first time.
What made you two actually grow apart? Like, everybody thought it was Caresha, she got the podcast now, she doing the reality show, she getting her Beyonce on.
Yeah.
People thought, well, JT takes music more seriously than Caresha does. What was it?
No, I think it was just more of she felt like, you know, JT into like fashion and so many different other things. She got her own lane that she in. I think just like we are in just two different lanes. Like our brands is just two different brands, and it's like two different people trying to be one. It's just never going to work. And I think it was more of like she just had a lane that she wanted to go in, and it just wasn't the same type of time I was on. So it was just more of like, I'm kind of ready to do my own thing. Like, you know, I don't really want to do this shit no more. I'm getting older because she's older than me. So it was more of like, I'm just ready to go.
I've heard you say JT hasn't been the same since the Fed case. What case you talking about?
When she went to prison.
Got you. You think jail changed her, or?
Yeah, I think jail shape people. I think when you go to jail, if you sober in there, not saying that she do drugs, I'm just saying like people, when you go in there, that's like time out. Like you have no time, you have nothing to do but to sit and think and reflect, and it could fuck you up or it can help you grow, but it mentally do something to you because it's like you got time away from everybody. You just sit and reflect. And I think that before JT went in, me and her was like this. Like we was so like this, and when she came home, I just felt a shift, but it wasn't bad. Like I didn't take heat to it because my mom been in prison, so I know what it's like to be in jail and come home. They see the world differently because they just went in time out. So I feel like that was my experience.
Did you ever feel, I don't know if I call it jealousy, but she had a man and she spent more time with her man now, and you probably was used to y'all being together all the time. Was there anything like that?
Not when it comes to a man, because as women, we all want to be with our men. Like I'm an Aquarius, so I'm very big on space, and I like to be alone a lot. So I think it was me. Like I disconnect a lot of times, and it could come off as in like I'm disconnected. But sometimes I gotta just go and just be by myself.
Have y'all talked about any of this?
We have. I think we need a therapist. We need somebody to come and hear both sides. Because when we trying to like express ourselves, it's like, but you did this to me, but you did this to me. We just point the finger at each other. It's like, you made me feel this way, but you made me feel this way. I ain't do nothing to you, and you ain't. It's like we're not getting nowhere. So we gotta literally have someone come in and say, look, she feel like this and you feel like this, and like, what's the solution?
You clearly love JT. Like
I
that.
do.
That's what I'm saying. So why not go get a counselor or a therapist and y'all just go have a couple of sessions with each other and put everything on the table and see if, y'all can resolve the relationship?
Because I think we both need time to do our own thing. Because I think that when JT was doing her thing, I never wanted to make it about me. Like, I didn't want to, oh, you see I'm doing my thing, now you're trying to come back now you trying to make things, and I don't want it to feel like that when I'm doing my thing. So I think she did her thing, I'm doing my thing now. Let us both grow, as individuals, and I think that time will come. And I also think we both got to be ready. It can't just be like when I feel like I'm ready or when she feel like she ready. Like, we both got to be in the space where we can sit down as adults and say, okay, we in a better space now. And I think we need that time apart.
So the City Girls aren't done. It's just like a season of separation, kind of.
Yeah, I would never just off the City Girls. We built this together. Like, we did a lot together. To just say that it never happened or just act like it's just dead, Like, it's forever going to be the City Girls. Like, we both come from the fucking hood. That's an accomplishment for both of us. So I look at it like that.
People on the internet were saying that it was a lover's quarrel. Like y'all be scissoring or something like that.
Who? I ain't never seen or heard that. Yeah, I know you did.
Don't worry about it. Listen,
that's what they do on the internet, though. People make up shit and then start believing it.
If the City Girls never make music again, what would you want that legacy to be? Just the City Girls, you and JT.
I don't want it to be two young girls that grew up together. They came and they made history, and it was sisterhood. It was built off of sisterhood. Yeah.
You've had to process a lot of loss, publicly and privately. Like, you got relationships changing, people you love no longer here. How do you even begin to separate your personal grief from what the world is consuming as entertainment?
And that's the part I feel like they don't understand. Like, for them, it's just like, they don't give me that grace. And I think it's hard going through everything publicly with the world just being a weird and ignorant place. And I think that I haven't really got a chance to actually sit and go through my grieving stages, because it's like I always had to work, or I always got to defend myself, or it's just in front of the world. So I just worked through the bullshit. Like, I haven't really had the time to really sit and digest everything that's happened to me.
But they say staying busy is a response to trauma. So you're trying to run from what you probably actually should be sitting down and dealing with.
So why I need to deal with it?
You said what?
Why do I need to deal with it?
I mean, because I always feel like if you don't deal with your trauma will ultimately deal with you. Like, the example I like to use? Remember when Will Smith was at the Oscars? That's the biggest night of his life, right? He about to get crowned, he about to get Best Actor, and like everything just, came out at once.
He lashed out.
And he lashed out in that moment. That's why I say, deal with your trauma ultimately deal with you. You can't run from it forever, Caresha.
I gotta deal with that when God called for me, Charlamagne. I don't want to deal with it right now. I got too much to focus on. I think that it just puts you in a depression that it's hard to pull yourself out of, and it's just like, I don't want to deal with that right now. Like, right now, I got kids to raise, and I got things that I need to do. I don't want to be dealing with trauma.
Speaking of your kids, that's the last question I'll talk about with grief. But you did lose the father of your child. And that's a different kind of grief, because it's not just yours, it's your child's as well. How has that changed the way you show up as a woman and as a mother?
I mean, it's so hard as a woman losing like a male figure, because it's like I always check on my son. Are you okay? Mentally, how are you? And I feel like he always like, I'm okay. But I feel like even if he's not, he wouldn't put it on me. Because I think, you know, he's a young man that's growing up. He probably don't even want to put that on me. So, like, for me, it's hard. Because I be like, damn, I'm raising my son. He's 12 now. He about to be a teen. So I know he about to get into teenager things. Who's that? Like, him and his dad was like this. So who's that male figure in his life that's going to replace his dad? It's not nobody. And it's me. So I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I try to apply myself as much as I can and really, you know, try to make sure that he knows, like, hey, I'm here for you. You can come to me about anything. I'm going to fuck what it is. We going to figure it out together.
Does he talk to you about everything?
No.
Really?
He's shy. He's very shy. Like, he's really, really, really shy. He got my little sister, which is his aunt. I feel good about that because that's my sister that he talked to.
Do you tell him that he has to have $100 million, the girl's not going to want to date him?
No. I don't even instill that type of stuff in him.
Okay.
At all. Like, I literally hate when he get on the internet and see me say stuff like that. I feel like I need to stop.
Oh, man. People don't think about that. They don't think about when you got kids old enough to be online and see what people are saying about their mom or what their mom is saying about other people.
Yes.
You ever had to explain that to him?
My son is so smart. He's smart. And he loves, that's something I love about my son. He's into school. Like, if I go out, he be like, Mommy, you know I got to go to school tomorrow. Like, how I'm getting to school tomorrow. He be on me like, school tomorrow, I got a test. He loves school. So he know that. Like, that's not something I had to explain to him. He know that.
Do you talk to him about your music?
I did play my album for him. Because they said when
So he heard Caresha Tales?
I skipped that song. I ain't gonna lie, I skipped that song. But I did play it for him because as a kid, I just wanted to know what he think. And he really told me he liked the Newsflash. He loved Take Me to Chanel. He liked Still Eat. He was like, I like it. He said, I love it. They made me feel good.
So I wonder, does him and JT still talk?
Yeah. I go through it, so like I randomly get his phone, let me see your phone, and they be, I love you. Like they got their own relationship. I actually love that. I be like, love that.
And I'm sure that makes you feel good too, because that lets you know, like, okay, there's still a bond here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he loved her, she loved him.
Why don't you do, and we was talking about this before the interview started, why don't you do more records like F Them Kids and What's Up and Dade County? Because to me, that's your lane. Because I love that old Miami bass sound. I was born in 1978, so I grew up on it. That's my era, the Uncle Luke, all like, why don't you do more of that? Like, that sound need to come back.
I am. I think that I just had to get back in my groove, you know, and I had to get back in my sound. I think as artists, the fans will steer you away from what's your sound. Because then they go to tell you, like, if I put out Fuck Them Kids, someone say you ain't growing, you still talk about Fuck Them Kids, you da-da-da-da. So it put artists in a place where you get in your head and you feel like you need to make better records. And then you start making shit that don't even resonate with your fans, that ain't even you. And now you just sound like you trying shit. So I think that was a phase I went through too. And now I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bop, and I know that those songs feel good to me. Like, those records that I love, and I feel like that's my best self. So I am gonna make more records like that.
So are these records you, like when you hear records like Take Me to Chanel and, you know, Caresha Tales, is that really where you at right now?
Oh, it's always Take Me to Chanel, for
Lord
sure.
have mercy.
You see what I got on right now?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Lord have mercy. I want to ask you something about grief again. Do you feel like grief has hardened you or softened you or made you more intentional about who and what you pour into?
I think all of the above. Grief is I think grief come in like different stages. And I think that when it comes to grief, I think it made me stronger. Cause I always be feeling like I gotta be so strong. Like whenever I cry, like I don't feel bad, but I be like, come on, like, let's get out of this. Like, you gotta keep growing. So I feel like grief made me stronger. It made me feel like I gotta keep going. Like I can't live in this.
I feel like because you had to, like, you know, raise, I guess, your brothers and sisters when your mom was in prison and just, you know, growing up in the environment you grew up in, like, I almost feel like, you know, you didn't maybe get the childhood you wanted.
Yeah, no, I was grown. I had to be a woman. I was cooking, going to the grocery store, down at Section 8, filling out applications. So I appreciate it because I know how to do a lot. Like, I know how to do applications. I know how to fill out stuff for credit. I know how to apply for things. So it's like a blessing and a curse because I do wish I did have a childhood like at one point, but I did have to be an adult fast. Like I had to raise kids. Like I had to get them ready for school, iron uniforms. At one point, I started boosting because I had to. My mama wasn't there, you know, like these her kids, how they gonna get uniforms? I don't got no money, I don't got no job. So I had to go and get them clothes, you know?
That's why you want that man with $100 million, because you want to be taken care of. You want to just kick your feet up for a second.
Yeah, I do.
You want somebody to treat you the way you've always treated people.
Yes.
Got you.
Yes.
Got you. With so much happening around you, right? What boundaries have you had to create to protect your peace that you didn't have before?
I don't feel bad about my feelings no more. Like, I can feel away and then I be like, I won't say that to that person because I don't want them to take it. It's like, if this how I feel, this is how I feel, and you gotta respect how I feel. Like, it's literally saying how I feel. Like, no is no. If I don't wanna do this, I don't wanna do this. I don't have to explain myself. I don't care how it makes you feel because I'm the type of person, I always put myself on the other side. How does this make this person feel? How I'm gonna look? I don't do that no more. I don't care.
I love, to go back to the album, I love the Dade County record. What did that record mean to you? Because you got your girl Trina on there, who you always say is an inspiration to you. Trick is on there, Rick Ross. Like, why did you select those three individuals to do that record?
That's Dade County. Trick, Trina, and Ross. When you think of Dade County, they did so much. And you know, it's not a lot of artists that come from Miami. And they did so much. And it's like, when I listen to the radio station, because I do that a lot, I love hearing like DJ Nasty. They play a lot of Miami mixes and they all like mix them in. And I was like, I want to have that same feeling now in my generation. Like when you go listen to the radio, you still hear Trick Trina, but me and it sound new. And you know, like it's in Miami, the high schools, the bands, it's real big, and I just can hear them doing it like when they doing the games and things like that. That's what inspired that song.
Well, what does Trina mean to you? And what has she taught you?
Trina, she always just dropping knowledge in me. Like, when I first got into this game, she called me, listen, keep your face clean, know what you're doing, know the business, say what you want, like, it's what you want. Like, don't let nobody take advantage of you. And these men go come, but pick the right one. And if you get in a relationship with them, make sure you come out of that relationship with something.
Damn.
She said that on Caresha, please.
Yeah. What about professionally though? Just as an artist.
I mean, she always just tell me like, look, you a star, you doing it. Don't let nobody tell you shit. You know, like you show what you can do. It's gonna always be a lot that come with this. And she was like, you got it. Like just believe in yourself, and ain't nothing gonna stop you.
Do you feel like you've been judged fairly?
No, I feel like I've been judged. I feel like I get judged for every single thing that I do, and it's just like I've been trying to go down the timeline and figure out, well, when did all this happen, and when did this shift, or like what's the problem?
I think it was Caresha, please. Only because it was such a good podcast, but you would get so comfortable on there that you would talk and you would say things and you would give them ammo. Like when you talked about getting peed on.
I made that up.
Don't say you made that up now.
Okay,
No. Okay, I made eating booty up.
Okay, no, let's talk about it. So I didn't even make that card.
Oh.
I didn't even know what a golden shower was. So I came up with the cards with someone. And when I got to the car, I'm like, what the fuck is a golden shower? And then she was like, you ain't never, da-da-da. I'm like, bitch, no. So when we was doing a podcast, I just did it because I was promoting my game. So I'm thinking that this gonna be something that just like go viral, but I ain't know it was like a whole thing of like me actually being peed on. And that's something I'm just like, damn, like I should have really thought about that one. I didn't think it was like a, yeah.
And you was dating somebody named P. Diddy.
I said that.
That's what I'm saying.
My God, but
you did that to yourself.
I know. That was one thing that was like, it was good and bad. Cause like that was like the most talked about thing ever. And that was 1 month that my sales went skyrocket, but all money and good money. And that's one thing I was just like, damn, I should have thought about that. And I always go back to it because I remember calling Brittany. Was like, you know, Brittany, she was like, and even when it came out, she was like, bitch, you ain't even know what a golden shower was. And I'm like, It's out there. These people ain't gonna believe me. That's just something that I gotta bite that bullet. Gotta down that hill.
So you never been peed on? Damn.
No. If I would have been peed on, I told y'all.
You ain't gotta tell us everything. I've learned that in life too. You think you gotta share so much because we be in front of these cameras and in front of these microphones. We be over.
But if I talk about my sexual life, I talk about it. I'll say it. I got no.
Is that one you ever had to explain to your son?
Nah, we never talked about it. That's one thing that's uncomfortable for me because I always be like, damn, I do want. Because I be thinking about it now, like, damn, like I wonder if I know he got to get into arguments and shit in school. It's gonna come eventually, hopefully not. But I'm like, damn, why I did that to myself and my kids.
How do you plan to explain like those complicated adult situations to your child while still trying to like preserve his sense of innocence?
I gotta just tell him what it is. Talk to him like a man. Just literally say, look, I made some mistakes and I think that you gonna make some, and you gotta be mindful of things like this. You gotta learn from me. This is something that I learned, something I'm not proud of and I regret, but don't make the same mistake. What
do you think you've done wrong?
Like that.
Like that's just one?
Like I hate that. Like I literally be like, why the fuck I did that? Like, marketing, it's marketing, you say shit. I'm like, but that was like a wrong card. But again, I never been peed on, so I didn't think that it was just like a thing.
So what does accountability look like for you, Caresha? Not even just publicly, but when you sitting at home in your house, just privately, like what does accountability look like for you? When you looking at me like, what did I do wrong? What did I do that caused this to happen?
Yeah. I say like the way that I present myself, the way that I carry myself, the things that I think is fun, like the way I have fun is probably not the way that you have fun. So I think that just polishing up a little bit, toning some things down or not sharing everything, like if I'm outside and I'm having a good time, I'm shaking my head, maybe I ain't gotta post it. Just things like that. I think it's kind of like what I put out there.
But why you figure me and you don't have the same type of fun? What do you like to do that I probably wouldn't like to do?
Probably like hang out at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no.
Yeah, leave Miami, the club, but we travel, then get on the boat.
Nah.
Yeah.
I used to like G5 though.
Yeah.
G5 was a fire spot. Do you feel like you're finally in control of your narrative?
Yeah. I think that now I get a chance to really tell my story, and nobody control your narrative but you. You the one that's putting out whatever it is. You the one that's feeding whatever it is that you're feeding. So, yeah.
What scares you more, starting over solo or being misunderstood forever?
Being misunderstood forever, because I think that people that really know me, that really like know who I am as a person, I'm nothing like what's out there. Nothing. Like, absolutely not. And I hate that. I hate that it's out there. It's like a stain. I just be like, what? Like, why the fuck? What the fuck? But I mean, I could fix it.
Well, they say time can fix all, right?
Yeah.
I remember when you said your music was getting shelved. Was it getting shelved by QC?
I think at one period of time, I think they were just turned off with us as a group. Like, they just felt like we was letting the group go, this their investment. You know how that shit, they was just over it. So when we started branching off in our solo era, I think that when it came to me, I feel like I always I feel like when it comes to music, I get it hard. And I think that I was presenting the music, some of like the songs that I got now, it was just like, no, it's no growth there. No, we talking about the same shit. And I'm just like, well, we all saying the same shit. I mean, I just feel like this is the music that I make.
When you say we all saying the same shit, like you mean like the guys were making the
I feel like
same kind of music?
All female rappers now. That's like the music, the topic, the subject. It's all the same. We just saying it in different ways.
I like what QC did for a lot of their artists, but I do feel like, man, they dropped the ball on a couple of y'all projects in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was y'all or I know that one album came out during the pandemic. That what was that? I can't remember what album that was.
That was
Where broke niggas don't deserve no pussy.
That was the one that was I don't know if it was Girl Code or City on Lock. It was City on Lock.
Yeah, because the one with Doja Cat was on there. Yeah, I feel like that one should have really, really went, but it was the pandemic. Like I was like, why even put out an album during that time? Like, did they make you do that?
But people couldn't do nothing but be at home and listen to music.
That's
like
true.
Everybody was in the house. Remember they had the quarantine lives and stuff like that. So I think that it was just a time where people was just in the house listening to music. But I think that we wanted, like, for instance, we wanted to have Turkulator as a single. they didn't. And then the song ended up, once it got leaked, then they ended up wanting to like put money behind, like, this the song. We was being, because we wanted Twerkulator, they went with Pinata. Pussy make them do that song. We was like, we want Twerkulator. They wanted Pinata, so they went Pinata. Twerkulator ended up going after the fact. But then you know how the fans, they was like, oh God, y'all did a video after the fact. We ain't on it no more. We da-da-da-da-da. And then it was more of like pointing fingers. And then, you know, it's one of those things.
So what's the difference between that situation and your new situation with?
I think I'm in control now. I think that, you know, I make my own decisions, and I think they just support me.
What's the lesson in all this for you and the people watching?
The lesson in all what?
Just this existence that Caresha has gone through. All of these things that we've seen publicly and privately. When you sit here in this very moment right here looking at me, what do you think the lesson has been?
Life is a journey, and it's going to be different phases of life. And I feel like I am perfectly flawed. I have flaws to me. Like, I'm a human, so I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna grow, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna go through things. But you know, y'all have watched me from when I first started to now, and it's a journey. And it's an open journey, and I want y'all to come on this journey with me, and we'll look back and say, I'm so proud of you. Like, you really went through all that shit. You sat back, you took accountability, you cleaned up, you realized what was wrong, and you came far. Like, that's what I want to put out there.
What does success look like for you in regards to this album?
Success look like Billboard, Grammy, touring, and just really showing people like, okay, we underestimated her, being an underdog, coming out on top.
Well, Caresha, nice to meet you again.
Yes,
for the millionth time.
Yes, you meeting a whole new me. Like, this is
I feel that way.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I've been around you a bunch of times, but I feel like I'm meeting a whole new individual.
Because you know why? I think that, like, I was always, whenever we come and we do these runs, it's promoting something, it's selling something. So I was always trying to sell something. Like, I gotta, you know, I'm more of like, I don't gotta do all that. Now, it's like less is more. Just go in there and just you know, just have a conversation. You don't gotta go and be extra and do this and do that. Like, the people gonna fuck with you.
It's going, I just want you to know it's gonna be a little uncomfortable though. And the reason it's gonna be a little uncomfortable because you really are standing alone. Like, there's no JT, there's no Diddy, it's really just
and
you
I
right
love,
now.
and that's why I love it. Because y'all saw me with JT. Y'all saw me with Diddy. And now y'all see me by myself. And I'm gonna show y'all what I can do.
Thank you, Caresha.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
I really enjoy you, Charlamagne.
I enjoy you.
No, for real. I love listening to you.
still
I
rolling.
love Breakfast Club. I love your take
Straight?
on stuff because you are a very honest person. Like, it's you don't let shit fly. And I think that's like earning your respect. Like, you have to respect an honorable person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why when I wanted to do this conversation, I was like, I gotta do it with Charlamagne. Like, I have to.
They're gonna respect you the same way. I mean, I think they already do. They just fuck with you. They fuck with me online. Like, they fuck with you because you're such a transparent person and you give them energy. If you ignored them, they'd still fuck with you, but not as much.
Yeah.
But it's good to fuck with them back sometimes.
Yeah. But I learned now, like, now I just be like, man, I'm gonna log out.
Does it really, until that music drop, when you drop that album, you're gonna be there all night going through your Twitter.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm be searching my name all day. I am.
Looking to see what people's reactions are.
I am.
That would drive me crazy. I don't know how y'all do it.
It do. It drives people crazy. It does, but.
I tell all of them, like, that's our digital guy, but I be telling Jess, Lauren, all of them, stop looking at the comments.
It's hard, because you want to see what people online saying about. Like, if you drop something, you're really going to look to see if they fuck with it. But then you go down that rabbit hole of the negativity, and then it be one thing that trigger you that make you feel like, I need to defend myself, or I need to pull myself, and it's like, no, that shit just opened up a door for it to keep going. And that's what I learned.
I don't think it's real. I really, truly don't believe that majority of that shit online is real. It's like, even, you know, we laughing about the Jack Harlow album, but I think people are just doing it because it's funny.
Yeah, it's there. People feed on
That's it. That's it. It's the humor for the week. Like, let's make all these memes and stuff. I don't personally care for the album, but it ain't, it ain't worthy of all of that. But it's just funny.
Yeah.
Like, and nobody's even talking about the music. It's just a joke. It's just the meme. It's just the memes. The memes of the joke.
Yeah.
So they gonna always give them that. They gonna always do that to artists.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know any artist that doesn't happen to now.
Yeah. Dang, I forgot to ask you a question I wanted to ask you on the camera.
Come on, let's do it. We can do it now.
Okay.
Oh, the cameras are still on?
Okay, so a question that I wanted to throw back at you was, just...
Has this turned into an episode of Caresha, please?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
I really wanted to just, you spoke about growing up and some things that you had to do, and you are who you are now. Mm-hmm. Do you believe that people change?
Absolutely. I believe people change, people grow, people evolve. Like, the first book my father ever gave me was the autobiography of Malcolm X. And the reason I loved that book so much is because it literally shows you the evolution and transformation of a man. Like, Malcolm X was Malcolm Little. He was a pimp. He was, selling drugs, number running, all types of stuff. But then he went to prison, got introduced to the teachings of, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and became a whole different individual. He became the Malcolm X that we know now. That's another reason why I love, the NOI so much, because they show you that transformation and growth is possible, but you gotta be intentional about that growth. Like, it can't be performative. Like, you really, really, gotta do the work. So yes, I absolutely believe in growth and evolution.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, when you say he went to prison. I think that when people go to prison, it's about what they do with their time in prison. Because you could go to prison and you could go to school. They got so many programs. You could go to school, you can learn, and that's when people come out and they do a book and they talk about their experiences in prison. And I think that it's kind of like what you do with your time in prison. And I think, like, with my mom, she felt so bad because she was like, I left my kids out there, that she didn't really go in there and grow. Like, she came home with resentment, like, oh my God. I'm like, girl, it's fine, it's okay. We're good. You got good kids. Like, look at me. I ain't out here killing nobody, doing it wrong. Like, it's okay. Like, and that's something that I learned to pat myself on the back. It's like, it's hard out here. And long as you show up and you sacrifice for your kids, like, it's okay.
The thing about growth, right? It's so funny in this era because, especially with social media, they won't allow you to grow. You could be a whole different person, evolved on a whole different level, but they'll be, talking to you about something you did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and you're like, damn, I ain't even on that no more, but they'll constantly remind you of who you were. So we gotta do such a great job. We gotta do a great job of protecting our peace, right? And not letting them tell us who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think that's a problem with social media, like what you were saying. We read so much online about ourselves that's what we feed in our mind. And it just become a thing of, like, you start like, well, I'm seeing this coming 15 times, 20 times. Like, that shit start like digesting in your mind. It's like, it's.
That's why you can't be on it. I was telling you, like, when your album come out, just give yourself at least, I know it's gonna be hard, but give yourself at least the weekend. Like, the album drop on a Friday, don't check the comments till Monday.
Okay.
Like, just give yourself 48 hours just to experience the joy of putting out a solo album.
Yeah.
Like, let's let it ride for a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I don't think you're gonna do it. I don't believe you.
I'm growing, Charlamagne. I'm growing.
You said something earlier when you was talking about, Diddy, that I thought about, but I never, like, heard anybody speak about. It's like when you know somebody later in life, that he probably is a whole different person. He probably has, grown and evolved and learned from, those mistakes. But we wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think that people think they're like, oh, you trying to protect them. It's like, no, literally, like, when we talked about it, like, on Caresha Please, like, church, he says, like, oh, let's do church. And he was just so, like, trying to instill so much that I think that he probably experienced before. And that's why I'm like, okay, this is a man that have changed because of all the shit that he probably previously went through.
Oh, man, I saw him. We was at Bishop T.D. Jakes. We was at the Potter's house one Sunday, and he was there. And I saw him balling, like balling, like throwing himself on the altar, right? It's like maybe 2 years ago, I think. No, it couldn't have been maybe 3 years ago. I don't remember, maybe 2-3 years ago. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, boy, he done been through it. Like, he going through something right now.
Yeah, because he always like, you and them kids need to go to church on Sunday. You need to turn some TD Jakes, do this, do that. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Then I got more into, because I always had a relationship with God, but like more into church.
Did he help you grow spiritually?
Yeah. He always send me sermons and stuff like that. Like, do this before you go, pray before this, and do this, and you always got to tap into God.
What is a day like for Caresha? Because I know I've seen you wake up taking your kid to school, and you'll be listening to the radio. Like, what is a regular day like for you in Miami?
Wake up, take my kids to school, go home, check my emails, call my management, whatever it is that I'm feeling, I gotta express myself. And I start working on new things. I think that I'm like constantly trying to create and like come up with new ideas and, you know, explore new things. Cause I'm like, what's life for me outside of music? And that's being an entrepreneur. So it's always like trying to come up with new products or like, what can I create that's different? Or like what people doing that I can really grab their attention and make this another moment.
Cool. Unless you want to do more Caresha Please. I'm here for Caresha Please. We bringing Caresha Please back, goddammit. We gonna bring Caresha Please back.
Caresha Please. But I'm glad that like I had a break from season 1 and 2. Cause now I got so many ideas of how I want to do season 3 differently. Like now, like I want this to be different. I want to approach it like this. I want to do it this way. I don't want to do it this way. So it just gave me a moment to really sit and like look at it and see like what was different about season 1, what was different about season 3. How can I grow season 3? Like what can I do to make the fans want it the first time they saw it? Because season 1, like I don't know if y'all was one of the ones that was hating on me. Yep, y'all said Diddy brought my
He did though.
Award.
When you won there, what was it, BET Hip Hop Award?
Yes, I earned that, Charlamagne.
You had 4 episodes.
But you want to know? Okay, I had 4 episodes, and what was it?
4 episodes.
Yes, the 4.
And I love Caresha Please.
Kevin Gates. It was Kevin Gates. Diddy was the second. No, Diddy was the. Kevin Gates and Diddy. I don't know how it went, but the first episodes was powerful episodes.
And then it was tied between Drink Champs and Caresha Please.
Drink Champs was already out.
Both of them was on Revolt.
Caresha Please was new. It was a new vibe, a new experience. I had hookah on there. I had people getting wide open. We had a segment. We get into the smoke. The trailer was different.
You had no cocaine. You ain't had no cocaine.
No, but we had hookah and drinks and vibes. So I felt like it was something different, something that's always different and new. People gonna be on it. You know, people own stuff that's trendy or that's new. I think it was new, and it was also me, like Caresha interviewing somebody.
So how would you make it different in season 3 or 4?
I want to have like, I feel like I do have real conversations, but I want to interview on a different level, like a real deep level. Like I want to go deeper.
Like who? Talking to people like with Sarah Jake Roberts or like?
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Like I would love to talk to Obama.
I would love to see that.
Like I really want to talk to Obama. He cool. He the president.
Michelle or Barack? Oh, the president.
Yeah.
You would be good on Michelle. They should try to get you on Michelle's podcast for your album.
They should. She
gonna make you cry though. She gonna bring something out of you.
Yeah. I mean, I love to sit down with the first lady.
That's the thing I do be hating about just when they look at certain people, especially us from the South, they think we slow for some reason.
Yeah.
We're not realizing, like, do you understand where we come from? And the things that we learn early? Like, we get instilled with, like, common sense and sovereign values that, put us in a position to where we can prosper anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Because we keep things simple for the most part.
Yeah. And I like as a mother, I be looking at my kids. I be like, dang, what can I do differently, or how am I raising my kids differently on how I was raised? Because we still in Miami, so even though we not in the hood, the environment is still the same. Like the kids that they going to school with and things like that. So I think about that a lot too.
I just want you to give yourself grace, man.
I need to.
You're doing good. Like you're number one. You're alive, right? And your child is doing well. You're not in jail. Like you've beaten the odds already. Like, think about where you come from. Like, when you say you shot the video for Newsflash back in your hood. Look at that environment and be like, yo, I came up out of this. I'm the rose that grew from this concrete. So, yo, continue to give yourself grace because you don't know what God got planned for you. That's why when, people will laugh and they be like, oh, she said she's going to be the next Black Oprah. Like, you laugh because Oprah already Black. But I don't know. You really might end up being that.
Right.
Who am I to say you're not going to end up being that?
Yeah. Anything is possible. You got to believe in yourself.
That's right.
A lot of people don't believe in themselves.
That's a fact.
Self-doubt. I don't got self-doubt.
Ever. You never felt that.
I mean, I do at times, but I got to kick out of the past. I be like, girl, yes, you can. Because you got to be, like, delusional a little bit to get where you want to go.
When the last time you said you can't do something and then you snapped out of it?
Probably, like, today. I was like, it's so hard for me to stay consistent to work out. I can't do it. Because I work out for a month. It's hard for me to eat clean. I said, you could do that. You could do that. You got to train your mind.
Shit, it is hard to eat clean when you're from Miami. You got the licking right there.
I know that I'm doing these shows every night. It's the hookahs, the drinks.
You see what I'm saying?
But I could do it.
You got Tricks Restaurant?
Growth. Ooh, I love Sundays.
Ooh.
Them fried ribs. Ooh.
You know Trick eat booty. Trick is the head of the eat a booty game. How does he feel about you shaming? I should ask Trick. How does Trick feel about it?
Trick don't care what nobody got to say about it. He is the face of Eat a Booty Gang. He got the shirts, the merch, all that. He don't care what's my thoughts, how I feel. He stand on it and salute the Trick.
Good?
Yeah.
Yes indeed.